Tight inventories continue throughout Wisconsin's real estate market. Plus, Milwaukee gets national attention as a great place to live. Stick around, your real estate news starts now. Thank you for watching your real estate news. I'm Stacy Hansen. It's time for this week's real estate numbers with a look at the median price for homes in each county throughout south central Wisconsin for the month of January 2017, according to the Wisconsin Realtors Association. In Dane County, median price for a home is $240,000. In Columbia County, it's $160,000. In Rock County, it's $110,500. In Greene County, median price for a home is $163,500. In Sauk County, it's $165,450. In Iowa County, it's $122,000. In Grant County, median price for a home is $157,000. In Dodge County, it's $121,500. And in Richland County, it's $101,000. According to the Wisconsin Realtors Association, the regional average median price of a home is $185,250. That's up 2.5% over January of last year. Well, it was a record-setting 2016, but tight inventories in Wisconsin's housing market are moderating the pace of sales, even as prices continue to rise. The Wisconsin Realtors Association reports strong home sales in January of 2017. They were up 1.7% over January of last year. Home prices also continued to rise in January, with the median sales price increasing 6.4% statewide over the last 12 months to $158,000. Statewide, the supply of homes on the market dropped to just 4.3 months. A balanced market is typically considered to be a 6-month supply. Though strong demand and tight supply have increased home prices, moderate income growth and relatively low mortgage rates have kept housing affordable, according to the Wisconsin Realtors Association. And Milwaukee has been named on a list of underappreciated American cities that are actually great places to live. Thrillist referred to the city as brews and views on laid-back Lake Michigan. The article also called the city a diverse cultural capital with its world-class art museum, the world's largest music festival and Summerfest, and countless craft breweries. According to the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, the city also has a cost of living that's 8% lower than the national average. Average rents in the city are $1,200, but they get lower farther away from Lake Michigan. As Thrillist put it, Milwaukee hasn't been Laverne and Shirley's town for a long time. If you'd like additional information on these headlines, please reference the media sources you see listed on your screen. You can also like us on Facebook and visit WI57.tv. Don't go away, we'll have more real estate news right after the break. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Kate Paulus from Bella Domicile. Welcome back, Kate. Always so great to have you guys here on the show.
Thank you.
So let's talk about if somebody's ready, to start that new home remodeling project. Maybe they've been watching your segments and they're excited about it. What are some questions that they need to start asking themselves to get started?
Yes, well, the first thing is we want to get you in for an interview. So we are going to be asking you lots of questions. And the biggest thing is we want to find out what is not working well for you. So what is causing you to want this remodel? Is it more of just a style update? Is it the functional abilities of your kitchen? Or what is it about your space that's really not working well for you? And then we'll help solve it with a solution.
Great to really kind of nail that down. So then how do you get started?
Yeah, so the first thing we want to do, besides having you come in, we want to get a sense of your style. So resources such as Pinterest, such as Houzz, these are great resources to utilize on free online. It can be a little bit overwhelming with all the information that you're probably gathering, whether it be from online, friends and family. So what we really want to do is kind of organize that clutter, kind of find out really what truly will work best for you.
And this is something you're going to be living with day in and day out. How do you know who you really trust to get the work done right?
Yes, you definitely want to hire a professional from your design services all the way down to your general contractor, your subcontractors. You really want to make sure you have a great group of people that you feel comfortable with. We are lucky to be fortunate to be a part of a community here in Madison. There's a group called NARI. It's the National Association of the Remodeling Industry. So we are connected with several great contractors through that organization that they're licensed, they're going to get everything up to code for you, so you don't have to worry about any of that.
It's great to know you can kind of have that confidence in that then. So can you have a sense of kind of how long the remodel is going to take then?
Yes, that is a great question. We get asked very often. Typically, I would say for kitchens, you're looking at about 4 to 6 weeks, and that's if it's your standard kitchen, not moving walls, not doing too many structural changes. Otherwise, it could definitely add time. You can look anywhere from between 8 and 12 weeks. So it really depends on all the work that's being done to make that space better for you.
Yeah, it makes sense that it could kind of vary a little bit too, but all in all, a little bit shorter time period than I even would have thought. And then the other big question, how much is it going to cost?
Yes, $1 million question there. So regarding the budget, what we typically do to kind of help you figure out really coming into the project, how much it's going to cost. So we do a 3-column budget. We give you a good, better, best price range based off our experience on doing this for several years. We can kind of give you a good estimate on what you can expect to spend. Although that's going to play into effect how many different materials you're looking at, what different quality of materials you're looking at. So there's definitely a lot of factors that come into play, but we do our best to kind of help you out from the get-go and show you kind of where we're looking at.
And that's great that you guys talk about that up front so you really can feel more comfortable with the whole process. Well, thanks so much, Kate. Always a pleasure. And welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Lucas Schell. He's from Platinum Home Mortgage Corporation. Welcome, Lucas. So let's talk a little bit about what the buyer can expect from you when they're working with you on the mortgage process.
Well, a buyer can expect, I guess, first of all, to be educated in the process. That is the most important step. Understanding the process. Most people don't buy too many homes in their experience. So the more I can educate a person on the process, the smoother it goes through the entire loan process. I like to break it down to 5 easy steps. The first step, of course, when thinking about buying a home is finding an experienced lender professional. Someone that has, I would say, at least 5 years or so under their belt. And then number 2, the application and documentation process is very important. Number 3, that would be your processing. That's when the loan, all the information that's taken during the application and documentation process is actually stacked, processed, and reviewed. Then it goes to the underwriter. Everyone's heard that term. It's gone to underwriting. The underwriter makes sure that that particular package is fit for whatever program that we've designed for that individual. Then, of course, number 5 is the fun part. That's when you get to sign your closing documents and get the keys to your new house.
And that's the most exciting part. And I like how you've broken it down into these 5 steps. It kind of makes it easier for people to remember. Now, if people are trying to kind of prep for this, what questions can they expect that you're going to ask them during the process?
That's a great question. Of course, preparation's everything. And the things that you can expect to have to put together and be asked about, of course, would be your residence history, your work history. You're going to be asked questions about your financial profile, your income, your assets, your debts, and your credit, those types of things.
So you mentioned the importance of documentation. What types of documents are they going to need to provide?
Well, it does vary client to client depending on what program they're going with, whether it's like a VA program or whether it's straight conventional. But the things that will be the same regardless is you'll have to provide tax returns, pay stubs, again, history on your residence, history on your income. We need at least 2 years on both of those. And then, in some cases, of course, if there are bankruptcies in your history, in the recent history, or if there's been divorces, or again, if this is a military person, they may have to provide other documentation to get the loan file completed.
So definitely some good things to think about and to be prepared for. Well,
Absolutely.
Thanks so much, Lucas, for stopping by today.
You're welcome.
Welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Josh Slovak of Josh Slovak & Associates. Welcome back, Josh.
Hey.
So what's going on in the real estate market?
Well, it feels like an early spring out there, definitely with weather in the 60s and sunny. It's pretty incredible for February, that's for sure. But inventory is still very low right now, but starting to rise as we kind of move into the spring market, which is pretty typical for this time of year.
So great. I'm sure you've got some good properties to share with us like you usually do here.
Yeah, I do. So I've got one. Picture this. It's kind coming home to kind of a cool, modern, contemporary condo. It sits along just this huge park, has beautiful southwest views. Well, that's the property at 3416 South Stone Creek. It's located on the southwest side of Madison, convenient to west side shopping, Verona, Madison, awesome vaulted ceilings, open floor plan, really excellent condition with wood floors, granite countertops, just tons of things there for, it'd be right around $200,000.
That sounds like a really cool place. It's right by the park, and I know so many people love an open floor plan. I bet you it's going to sell really quickly. Do you have other great listings to share with us today?
Yeah, actually I do. So do you know how you get that feeling when, when taking in an amazing lakefront view? Maybe you've had it like at the UW at the Union Terrace, or maybe sitting over at Olbrich Park watching the sunset. Well, picture this, your lifestyle now on the water. So that means boating, fishing, swimming, awesome sunset views. Well, that's our listing at 2947 Camp Leonard Road in McFarland. It's just that. You've got 350 feet of water frontage and actually 2 houses there. You can either keep on living in your current home because that's the easy thing to do, or you can fulfill your dream and actually live on the water and have that sense of awe every day.
That sounds great as well. And you're right, there's just something about being close to the water that's just so special.
Yeah, being on the water is pretty awesome. I'll never forget the time I worked with Karen and Bob Buser, really great clients of mine. They'd lived in, a normal, kind of modest-sized home for about 15 years before finally deciding to make that move to the lake. And they'd been thinking about it for so long that, by the time they actually did, I just remember talking to them, even years after they moved in, of how much they really just loved the lifestyle and how much it really impacted their family and the memories that they were able to create there. So definitely one of the best places about living in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I agree. There's just, being on the lake would just be so incredible to do.
Yeah, I know. It seems like, there's that law of inertia. Sometimes it overtakes our lives. We can sometimes become complacent with what we have just because we feel that maybe moving forward is too difficult. Well, upgrading to that dream home or even downsizing can often feel that way. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of inertia to get started. So,
And definitely be so worth it in the end. Well, thanks so much, Josh.
Thank you.
And welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with John Schneider and Jerry Walls with Property Revival Realty. Welcome, gentlemen. Thanks for coming on the show today. So tell us a little bit about your company and what makes you different.
Well, thank you for having us. Property Revival Realty is a real estate company, and we help clients sell their home and get the most money for them. We help clients find and purchase their perfect home. And what makes us different is if we can't find that perfect home in the marketplace, we can create it for you.
And I love that you do that. Now, what else can you offer your clients?
Well, we offer high-level real estate agents for our clients that can help with all types of property purchases and sales. But in addition to that, our agents have access to our team of contractors and designers that guide our clients toward the perfect transaction, whether it be a home sale, purchase, or potential remodel.
So what projects are you working on right now?
Actually, we have several projects that are going across the ticker, but we have one in particular that kind of encompasses all the things that John was talking about. We have a property located at 5645 Lake Mendota Drive. It's a 4,500 square foot home with 4 bedrooms, 5 baths, and located on one of the most beautiful lake drives located in Madison. At this point in the project, we can have a buyer come in to our interior design showroom and pick all their interior finishes to kind of customize the space for themselves.
That sounds like a good one right there. And we hear all the time on the show that there just aren't a lot of homes for sale out there. How does that affect your agents?
Well, our agents have many buyers ready to purchase in the marketplace, and whether you're a seller with a house that's ready to go onto the market and we could bring that buyer directly to you, or your house maybe needs a little bit of updating, we have buyers that are prepared to be able to take those homes on, and we'd love to talk with you if you wanted to stop by our offices either in Janesville or Madison.
And so where exactly are you located now, Janesville and Madison? We
have an office that we just moved over to the Beltline. It's at 4211 West Beltline Highway here in Madison. And we also have an office at 12 South Pontiac Drive in Janesville.
All right, sounds great. Well, thanks so much, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us.
And And welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Andrew Kimball from Kimball Realtors. Welcome, Andrew. So how's the market in the Wisconsin Dells area?
It's really getting busy. I mean, it was just Groundhog's Day the other day, and they said we were going to have 6 more weeks of winter, but it's definitely an early spring as far as real estate goes. The buyers are already out there, and it's really busy already. Definitely an early spring as far as real estate goes.
That's great news for you guys. So tell me about your newest listing.
Yeah, we just listed a very nice home at S1192 Coon Bluff Road. That's in Wisconsin Dells. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, contemporary style home. It's on 2.4 acres. It's got an attached garage. It's got an additional 2.5 car garage. Also, the downstairs features a workshop area. It has a built-in bar. It has a built-in office. It's right by a golf course and also by a ski hill. And it's really nice. The location is great because it's just minutes from downtown Dells, and it's also just minutes from the interstate. So a very good location, and we've got that priced at just $269,900 for that new listing.
Well, that sounds like a great one. Now, where can people get more information on that?
Yeah, they can look at our website, WisconsinDellsHomesForSale.com, and we also have a single property website for this one that is the address S1192 Coon Bluff Road .2see.com, and that's a single property website that we have made for this property.
So you mentioned being pretty busy right now. Would you say it's a good time for sellers to start listing?
Yes, it really is. There's a lot of buyers out there. I'm getting calls from buyers every day, and the biggest obstacle we have right now is just not enough stuff on the market. So we really need sellers to get listed because the buyers are out there looking, so it's a really good time for sellers right now.
So there's still tons of buyers out there not finding their perfect home just yet, so get yours posted. What about listing maybe vacation homes and condos, maybe in prep for the summer?
Yes, you know, a lot of vacation homeowners and condo owners will winterize it for the winter, so they don't really want to have them listed over the winter. But it's still a really good time to talk to us about getting that listed. We can get all the paperwork done, get it under contract, and then when you're ready to get it listed, we'll be ahead of the game to get it listed onto the MLS, because it's going to be a very busy season, and the further we get into the season, the harder it's going to be to get to those listings to get them listed. So now's a great time to talk to a realtor about getting your property like a vacation home or a condominium listed, also so that we can get it into our marketing plan for the year as well.
So definitely want to jump on that if you've got something you'd like to sell or like to buy. Thanks so much, Andrew, for stopping by today. Always great to see you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Dale Prisk. He's from Pacific Union Financial. Welcome, Dale. So you're able to help people that may have been turned down by other lenders. Can you explain how you're able to do that?
Yeah, we have really good luck helping clients that have been told no from other lenders for various reasons. One of the ways we're able to do that is because we are direct seller servicers of our loan products. There's just less cooks in the kitchen, less people involved in the process, and we have less restrictions. So there's a lot of well-qualified borrowers out there that can't quite get through with another bank, but we have luck with it. And I think it's because we take one-on-one approach, work through the credit, work through the options, and get them in the right direction.
It's great to hear that you're able to help some people with those things. Now, some lenders do charge up front for things like credit reports and application fees. Is that something people need to be looking at with you guys too?
No, not at all. Actually, that'd be a huge red flag for me. We never charge up front for things like credit reports, application fees, processing, any of that stuff. In our book, we just want to help get you a good loan. If we do our job right and we accomplish that, then we do business together. But I certainly don't expect anybody to pay or give us any money just to see what their options are. That seems a little silly to me.
And that sounds like a great way to do it too. Now, if someone wants to find out what their options are for buying a home, how long does it take? Kind of what does the process look like for them?
Yeah, every lender is different. We excel at being really fast. So one of the things that I typically do with people are I will actually send a link via text message right to their cell phone. That way when they're at work, they can fill it out at their own leisure. A lot less intrusive than scheduling an appointment, going face-to-face with a local bank. Takes the intimidation out of the process too. We're just normal guys helping people do loans, and we try to make things as easy as we can. So being able to complete an application right over your phone, that's a huge advantage for us.
Now, Dale, you mentioned before last time, I remember, that you really like doing VA loans. Are you still doing a lot of those?
Yes, a ton of them actually. We do VA loans all over the state. We do them direct, so we have less restrictions with that program as well. So we're able to help borrowers get 100% financing loans for veterans. We can do interest rate reduction loans for them as well, cash out refinances. They're just awesome loans, and they're definitely my favorite.
Well, thanks so much, Dale, for stopping by today. Always a pleasure to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks to our guests for stopping by today, and thank you, our viewers, for tuning in. Join us again next week. I'm Stacy Hansen for the Real Estate News, making a positive impact and leading the real estate market.